Well, what I'd like to know is what the hell is going on with you. I mean, I know you're a great player and all, but I'm watching you do NFL promos, looking like you auditioning for a hair commercial. Now you sitting up there, you got this podcast and stuff, and you trying to be in this business, and you're doing pretty damn good with it, by the way. I mean, what the hell is going on? What are you trying to tell us?
Made the Pro Bowl last year.
What's going on?
Just the more you can do. We always talk about 1% better every day in this building. And this offseason, we were shut down because of COVID. We had 3 months of my time. You give me 3 months all by myself and just me and the family, I'm in the booth creating something. I'm trying to have fun and have the most with it.
I don't know, Cam. It seems to me like someone preparing for a career after football. But as I said, you made the Pro Bowl each of the last at least 3 seasons. It doesn't seem like you need to be preparing just yet, although this is a brutal business. Is that what's on your mind? You're preparing for life after football?
Of course not. Of course not. If anything, I'm just more focused on what's at hand. And just this offseason is meant for having fun. So I had the Jerry curls going. I had the hair flowing. I got the pork chop sideburns to match. I'm in all phases of just living life at the moment. And when you go from dreads to a Jerry curl, people are gonna look at you a little different. So I'm just gonna put this back in my ponytail. We're gonna get these wins. That's all that really matters now.
On a serious level, Cam, coming into this season, listen, we all love Drew Brees. We know how sensational he is, but obviously he rubbed a few cats in that locker room the wrong way with some of the things that he said during the whole social justice issue. How concerned were you about your team and how good this team would be in light of that distraction, him being on the opposite side of the fence of you, Malcolm Jenkins, Emmanuel Sanders, various others? How concerned were you about what this season would be like for y'all coming into it?
Initially there was some concern there, but when you talk about just the strength of the locker room, and it's not like Drew Brees is somebody who's just like been a part of the team for a year or two. He's been here longer than anybody else in this building. And I would say past Timo and Malcolm Jenkins coming back to the squad. He's been here since 2006. Right. So we know exactly who he is. We know what his heart is. We know how much he gives back to the community. We know exactly who Drew Brees is. And for him to make those statements is why you saw a lot of players being so hurt. But again, our locker room is that strong where we can address him from a man to a man, from a brother to a brother, and see where not only what his view is, but where he's coming from. And after discussions, he was so focused on his grandfather's being a part of different wars and such. He wrapped himself so quick in that flag. It was like, see the broader picture. And I mean, he's committed to not only learning and listening, but as you know, listening would be the key component and understanding. Yeah. And we've from there created the Say Her Name movement, where before every game, we address different initiatives for African-American women and some of the plights that they have faced, because we do feel that it's time to highlight some of these things. So that being said, the Say Her Name campaign has been something that has been adopted through the entire building of the initiative. We're going to continue this season.
You guys in the preseason the last couple of years looked like a good choice for NFC favorites and haven't been able to quite get over the hump. And Stephen A. mentioned the Drew Brees incident. Then there's the Michael Thomas incident where he is suspended for a fight with a teammate. How does that affect the team going forward?
Man, look, we're forever chasing the Super Bowl. When we talk about how elusive it is to be in a position to go after a Super Bowl, this past 3 years being in playoff contention, hell, my 10 seasons being in the league, 5 Pro Bowls, my dad's 13 seasons being in the league, 6 Pro Bowls. You figure 23 years of football, 11 Pro Bowls deep, and yet we have not had a Super Bowl ring. You understand just the importance of this struggle of each and every game. So minus the off field, minus whatever is happening in this building, the same mindset within this locker room is to succeed in trying to win the Super Bowl. So whatever puts us in that best position, everybody's on the same accord. I don't really care what happens throughout the media. We know our nucleus of our locker room is always core tight and strong enough to overcome. So, we won the first game, lost 2, and everybody sort of shifted their views. Everybody in the outside world shifted their views on, what New Orleans Saints were capable of doing. And now we're sitting at 3-2, and we're poised to go on a run when we get back from the bye weekend. That's the most important thing to me.
So, Cam, your teammate, Michael Thomas, he's been dealing with the high ankle injury. We do know that. But on Monday night, he wasn't allowed to play in the game against the Chargers, not because of the injury, but because he reportedly was involved in a fight during practice. So I wanted to ask you, how do you view what Thomas did and how he was penalized for that?
Without throwing any other non-contact sport under the bus, this is a contact sport. This is football. In a heated practice, in a competitive practice, your competitors are going to be just that. That being said, brothers fight with each other all the time. It's how we sort of communicate when we're frustrated. That being said, again, our locker room's strong. We saw Mike T yesterday. We saw Mike T today. Mike T's put in the work at all times, and our team understands. Whatever we do is to make each other better. We just play on the edge, push ourselves to be the best we can, but never go off the ledge. And if that happens, it's our brothers keeper mentality. We have to keep each other in line.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.